Hey everybody, this is Kevin Ray here again with your Purplebricks sales update. Today I've got a frustration. Sold the house long ass time ago. It is now, just about the 1st of February. Must be the 30th or something of January. And been under, had the house sold subject to contract now since early December or mid-December, and gone through we've gone through the whole process with conveyancing. Really, we're down to next to nothing, and supposed to be completing hopefully by mid-February. And I make a phone call today to double check everything to the conveyancing department, who is the Purplebricks conveyancers, premier property lawyers out of Leicester. That is Purplebricks preferred one. And if you take the option with Purplebricks to defer the payment, you are then agreeing to use premier property lawyers, or whatever. They've got a panel of folks there in several different places they use. But both us as the sellers and the buyers are using, again, premier property lawyers out of Leicester. So anyways, I call to check on things, make sure everything's going along, because we should hopefully, we ought to have exchanged contracts by now, I would have thought. So we should be getting close. I want to make sure that that there's not a problem. They've already gone through, like I said, the buyers have already submitted all of their inquiries, and we've already satisfied all of them, including this one. Now, I'm going to read it to you. Dear Mr. Ray, and this was sent strictly because I made the phone call and asked them how things were. So then this comes up after the fact. So I'm assuming it was not going to come up until weeks after we were supposed to have completed, which I think is we're starting to see why England is so fucking retarded with their real estate process, and why they need to change absolutely every single aspect of how they buy and sell property in this country. It's absolutely ridiculous. So I'm going to read the email to you. Dear Mr. Ray, the buyer solicitors have an additional inquiry that they require a response to. Please, can you assist? Again, this is now the second time this has come up. I've gone through it twice. We note the rear conservatory or extension attached to the property. As this structure has a solid roof, please confirm when it was constructed, if not part of the original build, and provide evidence of planning permission and compliance with building regulations. Please provide confirmation from the council that no planning permission or building regulations were required. Let's go take a look at this conservatory. All my Brit friends out there are going to know what a conservatory is. You bloody Yanks might not. Anyways, it is well, I'll show you one. Let's go look at what one really is first here. Don't want to give away the punchline to this joke, so I'm actually going to put the camera up over the fence here and see my neighbor. That right there is a conservatory. So it's a glass enclosure. It's attached to the building. Typically is heated, has power going to it, and it has got actual windows and doors, so you can see, that it's a full enclosure there. Okay, this is what these assholes are worried about here. See what I've got? That's a gazebo. It's not a permanent structure. In fact, here, look at this here. The thing's coming off. Wind blown. Wind has just ripped two of the roof panels out of it. That is corrugated plastic. Here's the, that's around here. that, there's the bits and pieces that blew off of it in the windstorm. So that is just corrugated plastic. You can see here, it is in no way, shape, or form. Hopefully you can hear me with the wind blowing. It is in no way, shape, or form connected to the house. It is actually not even touching the house. The only reason it is attached to the property is purely by the virtue of gravity and other physical laws of physics. So anyways, now I'm gonna have to respond to these dipshits again and explain to them, well, try to explain to them that it's just a flipping gazebo. So anyways, and again, the major frustration, two major frustrations. Number one is that, one, we've already gone through this and I've already satisfied them. I explained it to them and they said, okay, cool, that's fine. Now I'm having to go through it again a second time and it's ludicrous. So the way this came about was the appraiser. In the States, we'd call it an appraiser. In England, they call it a surveyor. So this idiot comes out to, to check out the property, do a kind of an appraiser, actually more of an inspection than honestly more of an inspection than an appraisal. So he comes out, inspects the property, and writes that up as a conservatory and a permanent structure. It is, like I said, almost been launched over the fence twice now in the last year and a half by the frickin' wind. I've got it strapped down with ratchet straps to cinder blocks or breeze blocks for the Brits out there. Yeah, it happens. So anyways, that's just infuriating. The other thing that really pisses me off is that this only came up because I called to rattle their cage. And so anyways, thanks for listening. This is Kevin Ray with my Purplebricks update. Everything else is going along great. With the sale, it's just dragging on, but that's what it's like to sell property in England. Here's the other little thing. Not even going to bother telling them about the other wind issue here. You see their sign kind of fell down, and of course they've got nobody checking their signs, and I just don't care enough to tell them to put it back up, because it just advertises to every single person driving by that Purplebricks sold a house in the dead of winter when nobody else in this village and the next village over, nobody else is able to sell their house other than this guy. So anyways, Kevin Ray 5280. Also look me up on thewanderingRaycox.com. That's my wife and my website. Do a lot of cool stuff there, a bunch of recipes that we love, and a bunch of our stuff from traveling, and a bunch of other stuff that'll just bore the hell out of you, but go check it out. Thanks for listening. Do use Purplebricks, not because they're worth a shit, but because they are cheap. And all you need to do in England is get your house on Rightmove. So do that the cheapest way possible. Price your house to sell, get it on Rightmove, use Purplebricks, take the deferred option, but pay attention to Premier Property Lawyers, because they got their heads, well, you know where I'm going with that. They seem to be ineffective at best. So anyways, thanks a bunch. We will talk to you another time, once or twice. Hopefully the sale closes and completes here soon. Thanks for watching.